in the country. Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Now at 5 a.m., a freeway closed and water drops throughout the night. Firefighters trying to make some progress on the lake fire near Silverwood Lake. What we know this morning after drivers race to escape the flames.
One little spark could turn into a major injury. That's why fireworks safety is at top of mind as we gear up for the 4th of July holiday.
And as the holiday approaches, lawmakers holding a rare session into the morning. What we know as they attempt to pass the new spending bill.
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, I'm Josh Haskell. Tony Cabrera has the morning off.
And I'm Irene Cruz. Let's get started with meteorologist Carly Gomez, who's in for Sheila Girardin this morning. Yesterday was pretty warm out. What can we expect for today?
Definitely, and I know you guys just talked about that lake fire burning, and it has been very hot out there. We're looking at very dry conditions, so I want everyone to know that as you're heading out. Winds for those mountain spots are picking up. You're getting a beautiful look here over Riverside as that sun comes up. There's a little bit of fog as well as some smoke in the air, as you can see there, with temperatures currently sitting right around 65 degrees. Mostly clear skies there, but just toward the areas north of Arrowhead, Lake Arrowhead, we are seeing some of those winds continuing to pick up. Now, a lot of these inland areas here from the coastline in, about 2 to 5 mile per hour winds, but as we get that closer look here in areas near Wrightwood and those mountain spots, we are seeing some of those pickups anywhere from 15 to even 20 mile per hour winds, some of those downslope. I want to talk about the drought monitor and how dry it is right now. Abnormally dry for Central California, moderate to severe drought as we head toward Los Angeles and some of those mountain communities and desert spots, looking at some of that extreme drought in place. Now, we do not have any watches, warnings, or advisories currently in place across our Southern California region, but we are seeing that for the northwest portion of the state. Now, temperatures currently looking right around 61 degrees in Santa Clarita, Los Angeles, Ontario at 65. Into areas of Los Angeles, we're looking about 63 in Hawthorne, 63 Seal Beach. So moderately cool, at least through the morning spots. So we'll talk more about this heat up coming up.
Thanks so much, Carly. Well, happening now, mandatory evacuations are underway north of Hesperia due to the lake fire.
Now, this is a look at the map of the evacuation zone. The fire is burning in the Silverwood Lake area, with evacuations underway south of Highway 138 and between Interstate 15 and Highway 173. Now, portions of the 15 freeway are also shut down due to smoke. Crews are currently building containment lines, with multiple aircraft also working to put out the fire.
So far, close to 500 acres have burned, and fire crews are facing an uphill battle with dry conditions and gusty winds forecast for today and tomorrow. As the fire spread yesterday, some families vacationing near Silverwood Lake quickly realized the danger they were in, with dozens trapped in a parking lot near the lake.
We're telling everybody there's no exit. We are stuck in this lot. We have to get towards the water. Kids were crying. People were coming on jet skis, getting people. We had to just say whatever's left is material things. It was intense.
Now, everyone made it out safely, and we are expecting to get an update from CAL FIRE this morning with the latest on their containment efforts.
The 4th of July is less than 1 week away, and while fireworks are fun to watch, playing with them at home can be dangerous for you and your kids. The Orange County Fire Authority reported 66 fireworks-related injuries during the Independence Day holiday week last year. That was more than a 40% jump from the year before. UCI Medical Center treated 36 patients for fireworks-related injuries. Experts stress key tips to stay safe.
Things that you can do to reduce the risk of getting injured is, first, make sure you are using these not indoors but outdoors, away from flammable materials, and making sure you're using them when you are not under the influence, that you are sober, and making sure that you are igniting them one at a time. And when you do so, move away quickly so that you don't get hit.
Nearly 10,000 people were injured nationwide last year. The group with the most injuries were teenagers, ages 15 to 19, followed by kids, ages 5 to 9.
The Senate pulled an all-nighter on the so-called Big Beautiful Bill.
The massive tax and spending plan is finally headed to debate, but it still faces an uphill battle thanks to some Republican holdouts. ABC's Johnny Fernandez has the latest.
This act may be cited as the one big, beautiful bill.
This morning, the Big Beautiful Bill being read in its entirety by the clerk in the U.S. Senate. Late into the night, the Senate holding a rare Saturday session. Republicans struggling to get last-minute GOP holdouts to even back a crucial test vote to bring the Big Beautiful Bill to the floor for debate.
The yeas are 51, the nays are 49. The motion is agreed to.
The bill extends President Trump's 2017 tax cuts, adds new provisions like no taxes on tips and overtime, and includes significant cuts to Medicaid. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates those cuts could lead to nearly 11 million people losing their health insurance over the next decade. Senator Rand Paul, a potential no vote, calling the bill a budget buster. The president calls the holdouts grandstanders.
Are you a grandstander? I would use the word conservative, fiscally conservative. Republicans pretend and profess to be concerned with the debt, but in the end vote for the spending as well.
Some Republicans are concerned the bill could increase the national deficit by $2.8 trillion by 2034. And to get the bill across the finish line, Senate Republicans now forced to rewrite key sections after they were tossed out by the Senate's nonpartisan rule keeper just 1 week from the president's self-imposed Independence Day deadline.
Republicans can only afford to lose 3 GOP votes in the Senate. If the bill ultimately passes the Senate, it would return to the House, where Speaker Johnson is facing a razor-thin GOP majority and some growing oppositions to Senate changes. The original version of this bill passed out of the House by just 1 vote. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
LA County Supervisor Hilda Solis plans to introduce a motion this week to explore the ways they can take legal action after video of an arrest during an immigration raid went viral.
Yo, hey, he's bleeding, bro. He's bleeding from his head, look.
This arrest happened Thursday in the Valinda neighborhood just outside La Puente. You can see the man being detained by federal agents. He was bleeding after agents pressed his head against the ground. The agents also broke the window of his truck. Many neighbors told us they were stunned by the use of force.
A lot of calls and emails from viewers. What was this in the sky?